Alright, so yesterday we listened to the story the whole way through and didn't stop to talk about anything. Now, today we're actually going to break the story down and learn a couple different ways to help us become good readers, okay? So let me go ahead and start the story, and I'll pause it every once in a while so we can discuss some things, okay? So listen carefully, okay?
Let's read Here Are My Hands by Bill Martin Jr. and John Archambault, illustrated by Ted Rand. Here are my hands for catching and throwing. Here are my feet for stopping and going. Here is my head for thinking and knowing. Here is my nose for smelling and blowing.
Alright, let's pause here for a second. Now, let's look back at some important details that we noticed yesterday. Now, how do we know this is a little girl and not a grown-up? Well, she looks pretty young in the picture. She doesn't have any wrinkles, right? She doesn't have any wrinkles. Her clothes, they look like clothes that a younger girl would wear. All right, so maybe that works. All right, and let's go back really quick here to page 6 and 7. Now, remember, I'm going to read this, and I want you to follow my cursor. Here, it's swinging around the words. Okay? Now watch where I start to read. I'm going to start reading right here. Okay? And I begin at the top. I don't begin at the bottom. I don't begin in the middle. I start right here at the top, as far over to the left as I can get. All right? So here we go. I'm going to read, here is my head for thinking and knowing. All right? Now, I want you to follow along with your finger this time, okay? And read it with me. Here is my head for thinking and knowing. All right? Remember, we start at the very top. We start as far over this way as we can get. So we want to start at the top and left, which is right here. Okay? And when we get to the end of the line, right here, we go down a line and all the way back to the left. Then we start over, we get to the end, go down the line all the way back. And we start here. So here is my head for thinking and knowing. Okay? All right, let's keep going here. We were right here.
Here are my eyes for seeing and crying. Here are my ears for washing and drying. Here are my knees for falling down.
And let's pause here. Okay, let's talk about this. What else are knees used for? They aren't just used for falling down. Yeah, that's a pretty good thing to have whenever you're going to fall. Instead of having to use your hands, you can fall onto your knees. But your knees can be used for other things, right? Well, some things that pop into my head are that your knees can help you walk. They help your knees bend. They help your legs bend. You know, they help you stand. Yeah. You know, their knees can be used for a lot of different things. Okay? Now, how are your knees different from this boy's knees? Take a look right here. What's on his knee right there? If he fell down, he would have a what on his leg? That's right, a Band-Aid or a bandage. He'd have a Band-Aid or a bandage on his knee. So hopefully you don't have a Band-Aid or a bandage on your knee, and hopefully your knees are completely different and don't need a bandage, so maybe they're not hurt. All right, let's keep listening.
Here is my neck for turning around. Here are my cheeks for kissing and blushing. Here are my teeth for chewing and brushing.
Well, let's pause here. Now, what does this picture tell me about this boy? If you said that he's happy, I think you're right. All right? Now, what is he happy about? Take a look at his mouth. Why do you think he might be happy? I think he might be happy because he lost a tooth right here. And maybe he's excited to maybe put it under his pillow and give it to the tooth fairy. I don't know. You'll have to make up your own decision about that. Let's keep going.
Here is my elbow, my arm, and my chin. And here is my skin that bundles me in.
All right, so that is the end of our story again. All right, and again, that story's name was Here Are My Hands. Okay, now we do have an assignment that we need to do, okay, and it is that I would like for you to print out practice page 50. And it looks like this. Practice page 50 looks like this. And what I need you to do, very first of all, when you get any piece of paper from me, is put your name on the top. All right? You'll always put your name on the top. Now, once you have your name on the top, then I need you to pick out a crayon or a colored pencil and circle the body parts named in the book. Okay? Now, it might help for you to go back and listen to the story again so you can circle them all right. Okay? Then, so you're going to circle all the body parts on this boy right here that were named in the book. Okay? Then, over here in this box, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture of you. And I want you to draw me a picture with as much detail as you can. Now, I don't want just your face. I want your face, your body, your legs, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your eyes, your nose, your hair, everything, okay? Your ears. Give me as much detail as possible. All right? So go ahead, have fun. While you're working, have someone take a picture, and make sure you take a picture of your completed, finished work and submit it in the box below.